be in front of all these cameras. I mean, not because, right? It's so nice to get the win, and I always like visualize coming to see you guys after the fight. You know, it's like, man, okay, I have to have all my answers ready just in case, you know, after the win. And you know, you see it all in post-fight interviews, or you see it like in the countdowns, and so it's an honor to be in front of you guys. And man, hats off to Nick Hein for, you know, putting it all out there. My last fight, I was on the other end of the winning side. You know, man, I suffered a devastating knockout, and I'm just so happy to be here talking to you guys.
How important was that win? I mean, when you think about it, like, how important do you feel for your career that win was?
Man, you know, honestly, leading up to this fight, I was getting asked that question all the time. Frank, you're on a 2-fight lose streak. I'm like, man, honestly, bro, I'm gonna bring it all the time, and you know, it doesn't really bother me as much. And maybe now that I'm you know, I'm fighting more, and you know, it's important for my career. But I love to do this stuff, bro, and to do it in front of a crowd, and in front of amazing people in an amazing country, all over the places that I've ever fought. It's just an honor, you know. Man, I'm not gonna be doing this forever, so there's no real pressure. No, I was just gonna go out there and just implement the game plan, and thank goodness I was able to implement what my new team was able to help me out with.
Did you feel like the referee could have got in there earlier? When I was watching it, I felt like he could have probably stopped it earlier. I felt like you had really knocked Nicky, separate him from his senses long before the referee stopped the fight. Man, you know, honestly, well, not long.
Yeah, I was seeing red, so I can't. You know, thank goodness that the referee's there. Nick Hein is a tough mofo, dude. Look at him, man, he's built like a tank, man. I was like looking at him, and then I was like trying to look in the mirror, and I was like, oh, good God, this guy's built like a freaking tank, you know. So, you know, his neck and his whatever, but I knew that I think it was a good stoppage where the ref stopped it, because it could have gone either way, you know. And if I was in his shoes, I would have wanted the same to fight as long as I could.
Nick Hein has been a touted European prospect for a while. He's been featured here as a guest fighter in Stockholm a couple of years ago. Now you come in here, short notice, and you really step up, rise to the occasion. Does that add a little something extra to a victory?
Yeah, you know, and I think any victory for me right now. You know, man, I'm coming off, like, in my 4 fights, or you know, prior to this, I was, man, 1-3, dude, and it's I never really saw it as that, but it just a win over a tough Nick Hein is just really nice, really nice.
You said you feel like a new you. Can you just elaborate on maybe the changes you've made? Obviously the performance was a little different from you, a little bit calmer.
Yeah.
Can you just speak about maybe the changes that you've undergone and how that affected your performance tonight?
So what I did different, I didn't do my camp back home. I live on Guam. You know, I'm from Saipan, but I live on Guam with my, you know, my family's there. And in the first round, I got cracked. I think it was this one. See this thing right here? Okay, see that? See that? I have to smile so it doesn't really show. But when I got cracked, I almost went crank mode. You know, I was but then man, my corner, my coaches, they I'll get into that, but they're just like, hey man, stay behind the jab. You know, we have our couple things that we need to go. So I was like, okay. I heard him in the first round too, and I was like, okay, no, just calm down. Don't worry. We got 10 more minutes, baby. We got 10 more minutes. And I did my camp with Team Oyama, with Colin Oyama in Irvine, California. Amazing training partners, amazing coach, and just he's a fellow islander himself from Hawaii. Maybe he's able to talk to me, and he's able to calm me down. And I have so much tools in the tool shed, you know. And before I walked out, he was like, "Hey, man, let's unload that tool chest, and let's freaking go to work, man. You can kick, Frank. You can wrestle. You got jujitsu. You know, whenever I hear my fights, when I watch my fights on Fight Pass or on ESPN or whatever, it's like, oh, jiu-jitsu world champion, da 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 da, and you see me just fucking biting my mouth, just scrapping, you know. It's like, and I always think to myself, man, why do I do that? Like, what, you know, like Alex Perez, when he first saw me train, he was like, yo, like, Frank, why do you brawl like that, you know? Maybe it's just the islander in me, but I'm starting to figure it out, and I'm starting to put it together, and I can't wait to watch the fight, and I just want to make it look beautiful, you know. It's mixed martial arts, and I just want to paint a nice picture through mean, I guess beating people up, right?
You seem to be saying that you have a short temper, but you seem like such a happy, pleasant person. It's very hard to believe this.
Dude, it's so crazy. You know, I'm still trying to figure that out because talk to my wife. I hate confrontation, dude. I would never even, like, if there was like a piece of trash, she's like, "What is? Who threw this trash?" I would pick it up even though it wasn't me because I just don't want any I don't know what it is. It's weird.
It's just in the fight mode that you have that you feel like.
Maybe it's my outlet, or maybe I'm just crazy like that. But even during training, I'm very methodical. Even during training, I try to like dissect and be mechanical. But maybe it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just the island warrior in me. Maybe in another time I would have been that guy, but I just
you've learned how to control it.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. So now I'm able to control it, you know. So it's like, okay, wow, I could get stoppages now, you know. Like, wow, I could win fights, you know. I don't need to just be all crazy, but at least I know that I do have it in my back pocket in the event that I do need to pull that sucker out, you know.
And you've signed a new deal, is that right?
Yes. So after my last loss with Jeff Neal, I was so bummed. I was like, yo, my last fight on my UFC contract got KO'd in the second round, like a really bad one. And I thought, I was like, okay, man, this is it. Okay, maybe we'll work our way up back into the UFC. But I was so lucky enough to have a really good management team. And I was so lucky to, you know, I was just thinking to myself, man, maybe it's just being good to people, you know? I'm a huge believer in good karma and good to people. I bring it in the fights, and I was able to sign another 4-fight deal, and we're starting it off with a really good win.
So do you feel like this is maybe like a new chapter in your career now?
Oh, most definitely, yeah. I like to think of it like that, and I am just so excited to grow from this. You know, like I was just telling Coach, I was like, yo, man, like I heard what you guys were saying, but I was looking for the perfect, you know. So there's just so many on the technical side of the fight that I could fix, you know. So the martial artist is coming out. I'm putting the fighter in the back pocket, and man, let's break down these guys mechanically, you know. I saw. I got punched in the face too hard. He was an announcer. He was an announcer, lightweight. Paul Felder. You know, so I saw him. He was like, "Hey, man, great fight," you know, and he was just like, "Yeah, man, we'll be seeing you down. I might be seeing you down the line." I'm like, "Whoa, hey, you're a tough mofo, dude." But I worked my way up. To those guys, and you know, I just really, I'm finding like a really cool me, and I just want to just get my reps in and just build from here.
You spoke a little bit about, you know, repping Guam and about island nations
Yeah.
and islands and stuff like that. What do you feel like this victory in particular means for all the islanders out there?
Man, Melanesia, Micronesia, Polynesia, Oceania, the Mariana Islands. We come from such a small place, you know, and we're very. It tends to be very closed-minded. Man, you're in beautiful paradise. It's 85 degrees all year. Beautiful beaches, killer sunsets all the time, and some people just get so close-minded that you're not able to do things, you know. Like maybe there's only just a few things of not accomplishing great things, you know. Maybe because we come from such a small place. I come from such a small place. I want to see the world, and I want to prove big things to the world, and I want to just like inspire the kids. Because when I was growing up, I never had anyone a local boy that was like striving for greatness in sports, you know. So I want to be able to lead that path and be that someone that maybe that one kid that might be a world champion down the line, you know. Hey, man, Frank, I want to do this, or man, I want to go play soccer, or man, I want to go play football, or I can do it, you know. And we just don't really have that. So coming from a small island nations, you know, separated by massive amounts of miles of water, that I could inspire someone, you know, to go do something great. Yo, you guys would never hear about the islands, but man, I'm here in Stockholm, Sweden, you know. Like it's such an honor, and maybe that's why I'm so happy. I'm always throwing the shaka around, but it's an honor, man. It's an honor, and I'm very humbled, and I'm just enjoying every second of it.
Frank, do you feel you should have another bonus instead of performance like that?
You know, crazy, like all the media is like, hey, Frank, fight of the night, man. I'm like, yo, I promise I'm not trying to get fight of the night, dude. Like, fucking, I hurt, my neck hurts, my head hurts. But, you know, something like that. I just saw, like, earlier there's a freaking crazy knockout, but I would rather, I'm happy that I got the win, and I was happy that I was able to implement a new me And at least maybe, I didn't get a killer knockout, but maybe it was a good performance, but at least I'm putting my name in the hat of a performance of the night. Yeah. But yeah, dude, I'll take that, dude. I need to buy a new computer. I need to get a new camera. So UFC, if you guys want to give me that bonus, dude, heck yeah, please, man. Dude, I see all these killer cameras, man. So I saw someone with an A7 III. That's my next camera that I need to get.
It's time to celebrate now, so how are you going to celebrate?
I'm going to first celebrate with some FaceTime with my wife and my 2 kids. I have a 3-year-old and I have a 10-month-year-old. And I haven't seen them in 8 weeks, so I'm going to celebrate with them. I have 2 little dinosaurs that I bring around because the attention span of a 3-year-old is freaking hard, right? There's one of them, I can't talk to him, whatever, so I play with the dinosaurs, I pretend to eat the stegosaurus or whatever, so I'm gonna hang out with my boys for a little bit, and then Coach Oyama, Alex, and the awesome fans of Stockholm, I'm hydrating already because I know they're going to try to have me drink some beers, and I'm not a big drinker, but I'm going to celebrate and just really enjoy the beautiful city of Stockholm, Sweden.
Were you like one step ahead when you were at the octagon today? Did you want to call someone out?
Say again?
Did you want to call someone out?
No, because I know my manager has that set. No injuries, man, my hands feel good, my legs, everything. A quick turnaround would be great. My weight's down. I found a new home at 155. I got abs, man. I got abs, dude. At 170, I'm kind of a fat boy, But I found a new home at 55, and I know my manager's gonna come back, and we're gonna get a quick fight, turn around, and it's gonna be another exciting one for the fans. Yeah.
Thank you.